Global warming, a term that resonates with urgency and concern in our modern world, has a history as complex as its implications. Today, we embark on a 5-minute journey to understand how global warming has evolved over time. In the late 19th century, the story begins with the pioneering work of scientists like Svante Arrhenius, who first proposed that human activities could influence the Earth's temperature. Arrhenius, a Swedish scientist, suggested that the burning of fossil fuels, such as coal, might eventually lead to a warmer Earth, a concept that was revolutionary for its time. Fast forward to the mid-20th century, the post-World War II era marked significant industrial growth. This period saw a dramatic increase in the burning of fossil fuels, leading to a rise in carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere. Scientists began to notice a troubling trend. As CO2 levels climbed, so did global temperatures. The 1970s and 1980s were pivotal decades in the history of global warming. The scientific community started to reach a consensus that human activities were indeed influencing the Earth's climate. In 1988, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC) was established, signifying the issue's growing political and public recognition. Throughout the 1990s and into the 21st century, evidence of global warming became increasingly clear and alarming. The world witnessed more frequent and intense heat waves, melting glaciers, rising sea levels, and shifting weather patterns. These changes were consistent with scientists' predictions about the effects of increased greenhouse gas emissions. In response to mounting evidence and public concern, international efforts to combat global warming intensify. The Kyoto Protocol, adopted in 1997, was one of the first major international agreements aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions. However, its impact was limited, as some major emitting countries did not ratify it or withdrew later. The 2015 Paris Agreement marked a significant global commitment to address climate change. Under this agreement, countries pledged to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, with efforts to limit the increase to 1.5 degrees. This ambitious goal requires a drastic reduction in greenhouse gas emissions and a transition to renewable energy sources. Today, global warming remains one of the most pressing challenges of our time. While advancements in renewable energy and international cooperation offer hope, the window for effective action is narrowing. The history of global warming is not just a story of scientific discovery and political debate. It's a call to action for the preservation of our planet for future generations.